All right.
I have to try not to hurt my
where
throat.
if we want to jump into it,
Yeah.
where did we leave off last session? I'll turn it over to you guys to explain what the hell happened.
We got an entire backstory right away.
I wrote Cancun.
You know what, Shawn? You're not wrong.
Hoping others can make light of the situation we're in, because I do not.
No, that's right. That's exactly it. That is
Yeah,
so funny.
We are in Cancun.
We're in
Yeah,
Canada.
we were in jail, then we weren't in jail, and then we started a fight. We could not stop, and then I lit some things on fire, and then we ran away, and then we went to a bar, and that was cool.
So I'm gonna
You
try
know
and
what
read
though?
my
That
writing.
sounds like Cancun.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think we're. If someone can help me, I think we're in Pommel Floral.
Palma Flora
Yeah.
Pommel, sure.
is what I have down.
It was like Eric told us like 8 times.
I wrote the assembly.
The circus bus assembly.
Don't confuse him, Shawn.
I was like, I don't have a note about that. We're at the bar owned by Winona's dad. I've just got rich girl. Dad's the bartender.
Whose name is Bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, the Cerberus Assembly was the ones who owned the prison, and the prison guards they had a quota to meet, innocent or not, for people.
Yeah.
So you found those papers, Flux. And then I have like 4 different names for Cuddles.
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
have like 4 different names written down. I still don't know which one is
Cuddles.
right.
Pirate King Cuddles.
All of them are right.
Right, he was the Lord, and then there was the Overlord Sigyn,
My nemesis.
who was the Minotaur.
Oh, you don't say.
And Cutlass, who was, and then we got Flux's whole backstory about Eberron. No,
Eberron cubes.
Eberron cubes.
She's gonna write it down, Shawn.
I think that's a good summary. I'll
That's all I got.
Energon cubes.
Energon?
Energon.
no,
Sorry,
okay.
YouTube.
Well, too late now to change it.
As you guys all got to
TM.
to the tuning fork tiki bar,
Yes.
run and operated by a gentleman name only as the bartender, who's Wynn's father. You're not sure what the genealogical relationship is there, but claiming to be the father. He offered you free drinks for the evening, and I will leave it up to you guys on how smashed you figure you might have gotten, if at all, before I pick up the next morning after a long rest. So I'll give you a quick second. Give me in like a sentence or less, what did you get up to last night?
I mean, I was pretty stoked about my mug that's broken and semi-experimental in its magic. So I think I would have just like been taking small sips and like doing test rounds to be like, let's see what it does.
Okay.
So probably pretty smashed through that process.
Okay. Blackout. Okay, got it.
I want blackout. She can hold her liquor.
All right.
I would have been egging you on.
Bottomless cherry daiquiris, and Junk would have been offering to buy everybody's drinks, knowing full well that they were already paid for.
I would die for him.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think Gut went like too hard. Like definitely like got his like money's worth from the drinks, but wasn't like completely blackout or anything like that.
Okay.
Theodis was definitely egging Callista on. 100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Egging her on, taking small sips of like 1, maybe 2 drinks, but just like, yeah, definitely an instigator.
Callista got to the like, your hair is so pretty phase.
Four
Her
drink.
so Eddie.
4 drink Callista.
Pardon?
4 drink Callista is
Or drink Callista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be best
How
friends.
many colors can I braid it?
Yes, I love it.
You get a Valley Girl
How about-
accent.
Yes, and a completely new voice. We're
There
testing
you go.
them all.
How about
Turned into a woo girl.
Yes, exactly.
How about Flux?
Staying on brand. I'm a robot. Oh.
Does it just splash through? Like, does it affect you? I need to
doesn't
know.
affect me?
No.
Alcohol is your water, right?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Remind me though, were you actually made of metal? Like you're
That's what I thought
a
I
robot,
was.
like in all the pardon?
That's what I thought I was is when I picked Roarforged.
Yeah.
Like I'm basically a sentient robot.
But are you an automaton? No. Okay.
No, I wouldn't say automaton. I would
More-
probably
more-
sound more like robotic in that sense. Picture like
It's got a fun.
I go back to General Grievous. Think of like General Grievous and like a transformer into one.
Hell yeah.
More of a Decepticon.
When you pick up new weapons, you have to say this will make a fine addition to my collection.
Sure, that's great. My tools of war. Yeah,
Your tool of war.
Perfect. Well, that's a good spot. So for those that are blackout drunk, when you come to the next morning, everybody can get a long rest if you haven't taken it on your character sheet. There's a spot where you can click long rest. That'll just heal you back up to max. And then Callista, I've added the Magic Stein into your inventory just so you know. For those that were blackout drunk, waking up maybe on a daiquiri hangover, you seem to be comfortable. You open your eyes, a soft white linen blankets wrapped around you in a peaceful small little cabin to yourself. For those that weren't blackout drunk, you can faintly remember hearing the bartender say that he's rented out the villas to Win and her comrades, her compatriots, and that there is a chalet basically for each of you to your own. So you have a little 1-bedroom chalet to yourselves in the villa nearby. So just across the way. Actually, I will send you. Let's see if this will send. I'll send you the Owlbear link just so you get an idea of where you guys all ended up. So that morning, you basically wake up into a small little private accommodation to yourself. And what you kind of remember, at least, I'll say Flux, you remember because you didn't drink at all. That and probably least relevant to you is that if you head over to Luigi's, he's got a breakfast buffet for everybody in the morning. That's the restaurant on this small little island to the south of the southern tip of Palma Flora. There you go. So with that, I will turn it over to you guys on what you want to do entering this new day.
Callista, are you awake?
Yes.
How are you feeling?
Am I still blue? I feel very green.
I mean, to me you're actually red, but I think you're blue.
Glorious day to be alive.
It does look quite beautiful out, yes. But do you remember anything from last night? And you see there's like 4 different braids in Iris's hair. They're like mismatched, and you have like one strand from the other side of the head that's been pulled, and she's just like arms crossed.
Bits and pieces? That looks like my handiwork.
Yes, very much so. Do you have a brush?
A brush? With a B? Was that a brush?
Brush.
Okay. Of course I do. And I pull out, I'm gonna have a very cool like coral brush. There you go.
She's gonna spend however long it takes to get these knots of braids out of her hair.
I was gonna say I'm really good at that. I swear. I know. Last night
I
was vacation.
think you've done
I
enough.
really could help.
You've done enough for one night, I think. Lovely handiwork. I will take it from here. Thank you.
Sounds good.
Is this the island? Can I search the island? Is there anything
Okay.
of interest?
First of all, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Can I just
He
search
just leaves.
everything?
He's not even with us anymore.
But like, is there anything
Ransack.
visually like interesting?
Okay,
like,
so there.
describe the island to me. That's what I'm more or less asking.
There you go. So during the evening, I will say, because you don't as a warforged, you don't need to sleep. You are able to kind of meander around the island. I'll say this is how I'll narrate it: is that you explored the basically left greenery around the island. There's not much there other than it's more decorative or just left to wildly grow, with some beaten paths that connected the Victor's Villa, where you all find yourselves, to the rest of the island. There was a couple of empty merchant stands that lead to a bridge that extends out past this island. There's the tuning fork tiki bar, which you spent most of your night there, and then Luigi's, a restaurant that was closed down by the time you would have gotten to it, but seems to be ready to open for breakfast this morning. You actually saw Luigi maybe like saunter into the building, looking a little bit of a rush, realizing that there's visitors to the island. Most prominently, though, in the center of this island, you see a large statue built into what looks like a small fountain below this statue, standing proudly. Give me a religion check to see if you would know who this statue is of.
Oh God, 7.
I'm going to say you don't know who this statue is of. But it's a male figure that's holding what looks like a large thunderbolt. Out of context or out of story, looks kind of like Zeus, but you have no idea who this is, and it's not Zeus. So I will say that's what you find. Let's see what else. And then there's ships to the east end of the island. You notice along the main, like the largest of the ships, is the words "Wave Chaser," and the other two boats are not named. It's a small galleon that could house a small crew of maybe 10 people. The other two are smaller skiffs that 3 to 4 person crews should be able to handle. And none of them look set up for combat. More either two fishing trolleys and a transportation ship, basically. With that, other than the waves lapping in and a clear sky with what looked like an aurora above, the evening goes by fairly peacefully.
Callista would immediately check that she still has all of her stuff.
Yeah, you
Out of
guys
habit.
Did you have any other questions, Flux, as you're investigating the island?
I'll wait for everyone else to say their stuff. I have nothing else.
Is there anything like left in our rooms at all, like from visitors of the past? Like, could I find any like somebody's trash is my treasure kind of type thing? Like,
as you give me an investigation check.
yeah.
You know, also mold, if there's mold in the corners.
It's a 9.
Listen.
Fingernails, maybe, teeth.
That corner that never gets truly cleaned, the broom can't reach.
Let's see.
Like, is there a notepad that has somebody's old writing on it?
We're gonna do the thing.
All right,
where you do
Yeah.
here's what I'll
impression.
do. Because of your roll, you'll find something, but it's not great. Give me a D100 roll to see what you find. Because we're doing
Ooh.
RNG tables. That's this campaign. It's just RNG
toenail.
tables.
71.
71. Oh, interesting. You find a torn up piece of parchment. Written on it are like basically drawn out lines, forming 4 lines where like the page is torn through. And amongst those 4 lines, you see a couple of music notes scrawled into it.
Oh,
All right.
cool.
What you notice, like along the side of this parchment, is the scale. So there's 4 lines. The bottom line being A, B, C, D, E, F, and then that's the whole thing.
Is there a time signature?
5/13.
513.
Take that, Shawn.
Writing it down.
Yeah.
Gonna find some music with that time signature.
Yeah.
I don't think there is one.
Okay, so I guess Gut is going to get up as well with the commotion from people outside. He's gonna kind of like shield his eyes a bit from the sun and like scratch his back. He wants to check out kind of the little beach area and little peninsula by where his villa is.
Okay.
Are there any like creatures like on the beach? Like I'm thinking like crabs, snails
Yeah, if you wait long
that
enough,
washed up, anything like that?
you'd find a couple, like little, little like horseshoe crabs, kind of crawling along the beach. You'd find like a conch that seems to be moving slowly, but you can't quite see what's going on there. And then, yeah.
Cool. Can I grab a horseshoe crab, please?
Yeah.
Okay, those things are normally bigger than like a small child in real
Yeah, I was
life.
like,
Horseshoe crabs are not small.
They're not that big. They're like that.
You said a small child.
I'm gonna.
Oh, it's like the size of
Yeah,
a.
they're not that
I
big.
was like a human man's head,
Okay.
All right.
based on an image search.
Horseshoe crab added.
Okay.
You didn't even have to fight it. It
Crab?
was there. Make it fight it, Eric.
Swish. They're harmless.
You just pocket it?
Give me it. Okay. Whoa. No, we're gonna do this. Animal handling check.
Okay.
To
All
handle
right.
that animal.
I will.
On a 10 or lower, it pinches your nose.
What about on a nat 1?
Oh.
It pinches your eye, and you have disadvantage for perception for the rest of the day. Deal with it.
Oh my god.
Yes.
But do I get to keep the crab?
You get to keep the crab, and,
Oh, sweet.
and you need to makeshift an eye patch for the rest of the day.
Worth it.
Do you make it out of your tiny bit of loincloth? Like it's
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
lightly-
ask.
Handkerchief?
No, I got a bag.
Where is this crab?
It's getting thrown in the bag
Shawn's not there.
with
Okay.
the my bedroll and everything.
Cool. All right. So,
All right.
with that, everybody's woken up. What are you guys doing now?
I'd like to go talk to the bartender.
All right. Yeah.
Are we going for
I
do it.
swear. He has like unlimited energy, this guy. It's crazy.
No way.
I don't have to sleep. I don't need
His
to
own
rest.
business. I wonder if he has fun.
He's like,
I think we should
Alright.
make him have fun.
hey, starting. He throws the towel over his shoulder. Hey, what? Starting a little early. Hair of the dog doesn't start till at least 9. What can I do for you?
Evil never sleeps.
Oh my god.
I like
That
Sounds
gently,
like
like,
Batman.
I gently not like gently, but like not aggressively, like just firmly put my hands on like the bar, and I sit down with him, and I'm like, your wins, father. Like I respect you, blah 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 blah. But tell me everything you know about Overlord Sigan. Has he come across parts? Do you have any problems with him?
Well, for starters, slow down there, bud. Yeah, no, appreciate the respect. I respect any patrons that help out my little seashell, and I'll be happy to pay that forward, and unless you break my trust or hers. But I don't know anything about an Overlord Sigan. Takes the towel back over. What do you know about this evil that doesn't sleep? I was gonna say you don't sleep either, but seems like.
He is my mortal enemy, is what I respond with. Um,
Well, you know what? We all got mortal enemies, and there are immortal enemies too. Like time's undefeated, but you can't get mad at time. So maybe you could just
Mr. Bartender, you're a wise man.
maybe you could turn an enemy into a friend if you got to know him a little bit better.
Ooh, cryptic. My response to him is then: is there anything that we can do to help you in this island? Do you need help at all?
Well, since you're up early, and I don't know if everybody else is coming to join, but yeah, there are a few things. I've got some patrons that have been asking for some work from me, and I've been looking for an adventuring party to go out and do some odd jobs. Help me out. I'm busy here taking care of the tiki bar, and if I could have like an extended arm to do some of these small jobs, I think it would go a long way to maybe cover the rent for your stay at the villa.
These jobs pay. As Gut kind of like wanders in and goes to like try and grab a seat, but he like misses the chair.
His depth perception is off.
Yeah, because of the crab.
No, this is great character development. Keep going.
Whoa.
Wait, because of the crab. Oh yeah, because
He
of
only
the
has one
crab.
eye.
Right.
What?
Pinch his eye.
He only has one eye now.
Got like quite the welt.
Wild night there, Mr. Gut.
Wilder morning.
Well, day's just starting.
Yep.
Yeah, well, if you're looking for a job that pays, like I said, the pay would definitely cover your stay if you're willing to stick around, and probably do a lot more than just cover rent. Give you some pocket change to maybe spend in town, and who knows, make a new living here on the Menagerie Coast. From what I gathered last night in our conversation, that maybe if the Empire is looking for people to fill their quota, you might not be the safest to go back there. So you're welcome to pick up some jobs, and I'd be happy to throw them your way if you'd be willing to kind of do some work for me.
Could always use the extra cash.
Well, I'm also hoping maybe you can convince some of your friends, because I'd be happy to maybe send you along with my daughter. I'm trying to get her out of the house, if you know what I mean, just to experience the world a little bit more.
Did we see Mabel last night? Did Mabel come with us?
Oh yeah, Mabel's there too.
Okay.
Done. Where is it? Says to
Junk
Mabel.
walks into the bar and he just goes up to the counter. Hey, could I get another one of those daiquiris?
It's like 8:30 in the morning.
He loves his daiquiris.
Sure enough, you see the bartender. All right, I did say I'd pay for all your drinks for the next day, so it reaches under the bar, and sure enough, it's like the stemmed glass that like bowls out.
Yeah.
The base
Nice.
is super huge, and there's like 4 straws, and then like 4 of the umbrellas all in there. It's like a party drink, but he's like, you had a couple of these last night, so I figured you'd just pick up where you left off.
They say the best cure is the hair that bit ya.
I've never heard that one before.
Junkrat's just gonna be like drunk for the next couple of days, like straight.
Oh, Junk is drunk. Gut is blind. It's going great, guys. It's going great. I'm fairly evil. Love it. We're great. This is going
And Callista's playing with her wild magic cup.
Diva cup.
Yeah, that's what we're calling it from now on.
Are
It's your
we?
own fault.
Must we?
That make you uncomfortable?
No, no, I don't. All right. So,
Oh, go ahead. I think Edis and Callista will arm in arm, if you would like to, just like make our way down there. With Win if she's gonna be joining us too.
Sure.
If not, that's fine.
yeah, easy
But
enough. Easy enough. I think what you notice though, amongst everybody, is that Sven is going to go to the statue, and he'll probably spend the next little bit there.
Very at it.
Him and Mabel. Him and Mabel will go pray by the statue.
Oh.
Okay.
So what are we doing today, folks?
I want to ask the bartender what patrons need help.
Then
As usual.
okay, go for it.
Like what other patrons need help,
Well,
or what things need to be done with these patrons? Or like
I've got,
who's looking for help?
I've got a client that came in last night amongst all the revelry. They pulled me aside and said they were looking for my help. You see, they had some friends up in that town, I guess where you guys are imprisoned, Celestia's Edge. Said they heard about an explosion, and they're worried to travel up there themselves. They're not particularly the most able-bodied, but they wanted to know if I could help find or deliver a message to their loved ones, and if they could do that or bring back a positive word of their loved ones, they would give me a finder's fee, a little communication fee. So I was wondering, maybe you could take care of that.
We'd
A
be
fast quest.
delivery.
Very well. We will take the boat.
I haven't even had breakfast yet. What's with this guy?
We also didn't need boats to get here. You know that, right?
I just want the boat.
You just walk.
That's my goal. My goal is now to have this boat, by the way.
New goal, shiny object syndrome.
Would I have seen the boats? Well, I know where they are on the island, but I was like, do they have any like sort of paraphernalia or symbols or like anything on the sail besides the name?
The sails have been rolled up, so you wouldn't have seen anything on there. I'm gonna say no. There isn't anything that you notice off the top.
Okay.
I don't know how you're gonna take a boat up into the mountains.
Yeah.
Fill it up.
So wait, we're gonna go back the way we came, the place that we were trying to stay away from.
Is there a? Why am I doing your voice? Is there a path around? I mean, there's always an alternate way.
Oh, but isn't it back at Celestia's head?
No, it is. But
Yeah, but those guys aren't
It's
staying
100%.
there, right? They're taking a haul of people to the Cerberus, the prison, right? They're heading out in the morning.
There were
Yeah,
no
they were
one
going
left
somewhere in the
alive when we
mountains.
left.
Chomper, take your team up the mountain.
But there was no one left alive when we left. Remember the smoke? The blue fog? It killed everyone.
yes.
There's no one left there.
One of
The
us.
troops were there, but
said
that's
fire
it.
things too.
They were already dead. Go on.
I mean,
You
I would love to go back to Celestia's Edge to see if they perhaps missed what they were looking for. Maybe they didn't find it, but don't think we're getting a message from anyone there anymore.
Maybe Callista's fire scared them away.
But the people, remember the blue fog that just missed us and did all the dissolvey things? It was really gross and hurt a little.
The miasma, like the fog, yeah, that might be gone by now.
Well, it's gone, but there's no one left alive there.
But just like you said, like what they were looking for might still be there.
Yes, but this patron who wants to send a message to people in Celestia's Edge is not going to get a message to anyone.
Unless you can send a message to dead people. Is that a thing you do?
So are they in Celestia's Edge? Sorry, I missed that part then. Were they in it or like in a town,
So,
like, or a house?
Unless they
adjacent?
fled.
So my patron came in last night. Said he wanted to find his Grandma Bean and Grandma Bean's nephew Benji. She's apparently the village cook,
Oh.
and was looking to just make sure she's okay.
Well, easy
it's-
mission. We can tell them they're not.
I think that's a fool's mission. Yeah, I'd probably just tell them that everyone's dead.
But
Unless they fled to the forest. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
All
Well-
right.
Adventure Time group?
Might as well give it a try.
I don't have anything else to do today.
So, if you are heading up there, there is something I had while you're up there. I have a friend who was doing research on Celestia's Edge. He works for the Cobalt Soul Archives, and maybe for a little bit of bonus money if you're there and want to have a look around. He was planning on heading up there before this explosion to do some research. Something about the town being a nexus, a nexus between the material realm and the Feywild. I don't know what he meant by that, but if you could do a little looking around, and if you can scoop up anything that could lead to furthering this research, there could be something extra in it for you. Danger pay and all.
Sounds more than fair to me.
And if Wynn gets hurt, you get nothing.
Sounds
Right.
more than fair
Because
to me.
my daughter is the most important thing, and this all is hinged on her safety.
And you didn't send her with any armor. Or
She's
a guardian. Or
she-
some sort of cool pet.
She's
that,
a
like,
grown, independent woman. I'm not going to make her choices for her. But if I have a chance to have 6 bodyguards, I'll take it.
Huh.
I like her hair. We'll go. I know, I'm also doing
To
the
actually
count.
relate. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I was doing the same count as Shawn. Go ahead.
Are you two actually related? I hope it's not too forward. I'm just curious.
You can't just ask people how they're related.
Yeah, she's my pride and joy, my baby girl, my little seashell.
Uh-huh.
I love that. Could I insight check?
Yeah.
Or sorry, do I believe him is what I should say?
Mhm.
Really hard to tell. 9.
He seems to be completely honest.
Hmm.
No shred of his words or his body language would lead you to believe that he's lying in any way.
Breakfast first, yeah?
Yeah.
Always.
How did you drink that whole thing? It's bigger than you.
Experience.
How old are you again?
Old enough to have a drink or two.
The
It's rude to ask somebody their age.
I know, but you're just so cute, you know?
Yeah, I get that
I
a
want to
lot.
pick you up and shake you to see if you slosh around.
Even yellow is taller than you.
Sloshes.
It sloshes.
So
Yeah.
Okay, I did an actual breakfast first instead of just daiquiri.
Agreed.
Wait.
So on our way to Luigi's, I want to ask. Oh man, names are gonna be hard. Junk. I was like, where's your little pig?
Oh, he's right here. He can wait outside. I think it might be a little bit rude bringing in a big mechanical boar.
Yeah, as you look over to the mechanical boar, he's parked next to the the spit where there's a pig roast for tonight's luau, and he's just kind of looking at it, self-aware, and
This is the butter robot.
You can call him Sprocket.
Does he need a friend? He's looking a little
What do you mean?
self-aware.
He's good.
Okay.
And do you want to be his friend?
I was going to send Yellow over with him.
Yeah, you can see.
Maybe I'll wait. I'm gonna snuggle the door closer.
I am going to get way too close to the face of Sprocket and just be like, hello!
Oh,
On that. A mechanical boar with a tongue. Okay?
It's weird, but it's a real tongue.
Oh,
why? Why?
Terrible. I love it.
nice reference.
He's not. You would notice he's not entirely mechanical. He's about 95% mechanical.
Cyborg.
The General Grievous.
Cyborg? Amazing.
the cyborg.
Flux, are you coming?
Oh yeah, can we take the boat? No, okay, let's go. Oh.
No, we're going for breakfast.
Oh yeah, let's go to breakfast.
Strange.
We're taking the boat.
Some of us have to eat.
He's too focused on evil.
Eva!
Focus on you.
Off topic. Do you know the this is maybe not before your time, but like I used to watch SpongeBob when I was younger, and there was like Barnacle Man, I think it was.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Yeah, thank you.
I was
And
like,
he'd
I think
always
we're
yell
all
like,
old enough to-
Eva! That's kind of what I
I
had.
was literally doing that reference.
Okay, anyways, we're going for breakfast. Back
Okay.
into
All right.
Do we pass by I think we passed by the statue and I noticed Mabel and the other one.
Sven.
Sven, that's the one. What are you guys up to? You look all still.
Yeah, just taking it all in.
You get food?
I don't know what Cam's character choices are on that yet. I'm assuming he'll eat.
I nod up to the statue and I'm like, who's the big guy? Well, I guess.
Yeah, Sven would know this for sure. This is the Storm Lord.
Would I know that?
Yeah, any ocean faring people would know this. He's kind of the one that is responsible for all weather activity, particularly on the ocean. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. Just nice to see. Just as nice to see him here.
Well, if you're looking for something to do after, we got some tasks to go back to Celestia's Edge, see if we can find a few people that went missing.
When
Sure.
like Sven says that, like, am I able to be like, can I use like insight or wisdom? Like, can I use something to like read into that, or like, is that it?
Read into what?
Like what he said, like Stormlord. Would I have any notion, or am I like?
You get. He's being solemn.
Okay.
Like he's before a statue to a deity, and he's just kind of being respectful around it and quiet like he normally is.
Are you trying to find out
Stoic.
Sven's relationship to the Stormlord or more on the Stormlord?
The latter. The more about it.
I'd say because you did your religion check earlier, you don't really
Yeah,
know a
I was
lot, so it's
curious.
kind of hard for you to read into.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay.
Unless you guys are doing anything else, we can head over to Luigi's. As you,
Mabel, you coming? Mabel, you coming?
yeah, I could come.
Callista's gonna stock up on whatever bread
That's what I
products they are
picture.
serving.
Like,
I'll come on over. We can all head over to Luigi's.
They probably have quinoa.
As you walk in, who goes in first? Who's the first to sort of walk in to so I can kind of explain this?
Gut can.
Head.
God, as you walk in, as you tring open the door,
I hit the door frame.
Hey, oh my, I'm so sorry about the door frame. Come on
Those
in,
are
come
going
on
Transformers
in.
too.
And he runs over and like escorts you here. Sit down, old fellow, at the table here. Luigi, take good care of you. It's breakfast buffet time. But if you want more food that's not on the trays, I will cook it up nice for you.
Well, thank you. So can I like see the buffet?
You can see the buffet is spread out. So Luigi, who is kind of working, putting some of the trays down, you see this very rotund dwarf who seems pretty spry at the presence of patrons, of customers. He kind of runs over and then pulls you all in and leads you to your seats, kind of doing the waiting himself. As you do, you notice some of the food seems to be shifting on its own back into place, like the buffet is arranging itself. So Luigi asks, "What do you want to eat for starters? Did you want to just start off at the omelet buffet, or there's some breakfast salads. We have breakfast pasta available, and then we have stone oven breakfast pizzas if you're interested, made special by Luigi."
Do you have like those like cantaloupe that are wrapped in prosciutto?
Mamma mia, I forgot. Well, I'll be right back. And he disappears for a couple minutes. And then you see him run in with cantaloupe on and places it down. Everything
Cool,
perfect.
so gonna
Luigi,
stop.
make it perfect for you.
What about waffles?
Mamma mia.
Those are everything.
Every time.
I think a piece of me died.
Good.
A piece of me is just dead.
I'm going to stock up on the cantaloupe wrapped in prosciutto, which is the least shelf-stable food possible.
It just occurred to me, do I have any money?
Somebody got money last time. Joe
Jonathan?
got 125 gold
Yeah.
pieces.
You don't know that.
I am sure I watched you. It was in the room that I was in.
There you go.
You weren't in it yet.
Oh, that's true.
While you're kind of being tended to, you see Luigi running around like a mad, almost like with a chicken with his head cut off, trying to both provide the wait staff as well as filling the buffets, getting all the food ready, managing like everything, the waffle bar, the omelet station, the oven pizzas. Like he's trying to do it all, and he looks overwhelmed. While he's rather rotund, he's built up quite a sweat, and you can see that he's somehow keeping it all together, but by like the thinnest razor's edge. That he's just keeping everything together. But
Is there a lot of other? I'm sorry, you weren't done. Sorry. He's keeping it together.
Yeah, keeping it together, despite you guys being the only table here. Luigi asks, "What are you doing here in Palma Flora?"
Oh my god. I was about to open my mouth to speak and I totally forgot what accent I was because of yours.
Luigi does his job correctly.
We're working for the bartender. He's got some stuff for us to do, and we're friends of Win.
Oh, that's Win's there with you. Oh, that's very nice. The bartender is an excellent fellow, if not a bit of a recluse.
Really?
Yes, I never see the bartender never comes in, eats at Luigi's. It's a very he sends his customers, but I never see the bartender come over. He'll invite me for drinks, but that's That's about it. He's a little private, if you know what I mean.
Does he
Yeah.
ever go outside his bar?
Luigi doesn't keep a tabs on the bartender that much. He just doesn't visit Luigi.
You get many folks around here at all?
Oh, busy season. This place is packed. I swear to God, it's amazing that we can't expand further. If it was more than just me, I'd be able to franchise out. Luigi's.
You have any brothers?
Luigi has a long lost brother. Doesn't talk to him anymore.
He wouldn't help you out with family business?
No, he stole my girlfriend and ran off.
Oh.
I think I've heard of him. He's a mushroom finder, right?
No, that's me.
That's rough, buddy.
You don't know the
Seems like
half
you're
of it.
keeping it all together. Oh,
Yeah, you could.
we're all talking over each other tonight. It's real bad. Seems like you're keeping it all together, though. This is delicious breakfast pizza.
I definitely could use some help here in the restaurant.
What kind of help you looking for?
I'm looking for a line chef for starters, and I'm also looking to source some new vegetables for my garden. So I got a couple of jobs that Luigi could use if you're able-bodied and not afraid to get your hands dirty with the gardening.
Able-bodied, and he kind of like straightens up. His eye is still like welted over. It's like,
Well, I might be able to help you with the vegetable issue. It's something I've done in the past.
Oh, Luigi would appreciate it. Any help would be fantastic.
Anything in particular you need?
Well, Luigi could use some fresh produce to refill the garden. The island rats kind of ate all my veggies.
Just any old produce or anything specific you're looking for?
Well, looking for some local root vegetables. Some Hearthstar truffles would be fantastic if you can find them.
What zone is Celestia's edge?
Yeah.
Is it a zone 2?
It's tropical. It's got to be at least zone 11.
I'm looking for truffles
Yeah, I guess it goes that way.
and mangoes.
And the mangoes.
Okay.
Maybe Rocket can find the truffles.
I mean, isn't it Sprocket?
Rocket?
Sprocket, Rocket.
Sprocket? Yeah. He can dig. I can see if I can get him to dig.
I heard you're supposed to be able to, like, smell them, though.
He might eat them.
But expensive tastes.
He's a fancy pig. I know he's a boar. I'm gonna call him.
He's not a pig, he's a boar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you'll pay for this?
Oh, I'd pay for any help you can give me. Money is no object.
The high season's very nice here, I see.
All right. You got a deal.
And he sticks his hand out about a foot to the left of where he is.
And, Luigi comes over and he grabs your arm, pulls you in, and kisses both your cheeks.
Ducks.
He's got blush.
He's too dirty. You probably couldn't tell.
You know the best cure for a horseshoe crab sting is a dwarf's kiss.
Never getting off this island.
Yeah.
All
All right.
So with that, as you guys work your way through the buffet, what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to make sure that Yellow has some, like, really healthy salad. And maybe just, like, a little piece of crust, because he's not supposed to have a whole lot. So he's just going to, like, nibble in his own little platter.
Mhm.
He's going to keep patting him.
Okay.
I'd like to sit outside on like a bench or something like that and just pet Sprocket. Just like, just you and me, friend. While I wait for them to eat or whatever.
So what are we doing today then? Seems like we are staying together for a little longer.
I mean, you're great company. It sounds like we're heading back the way we came, and hopefully with a little less almost death.
Yeah. Figure I stand a better chance with other people around. Anyways.
You're fun.
Almost death is fine. It keeps your heart ticking strong.
Very true.
If you don't have a whole lot of almost death in your life, that one time you do have it might spook you.
Wise
This was
word.
just a lot more fun.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna stock up on like every odd and end crumb, mostly things that are perishable. I assume there's some sort of deviled eggs here. Gonna take a lot of them.
You're like that person at the buffet who's got like Tupperware containers and just like stuffing them.
That's literally a story I told you about Kirsten, me.
Nice.
Specifically at all you can eat ribs because it's very overpriced.
Montana's?
Yeah,
That's good though.
it is good.
Okay.
Luigi, would we be able to see your garden before? Whoa. Hold on. I
Yeah,
got rewind for a second there. That was someone else.
you're southern.
Yeah. I've been practicing another one, so that's where that came from.
Already
Um,
back up.
Would no. Would we be able to see your garden before we leave?
Oh, absolutely. Luigi doesn't keep his secret garden secret for too long. Come, follow Luigi, and he like grabs your hand and escorts you to the back where you see a small little pond. You see what looks like planting beds, but they've all been ripped up. You can see veggies have been kind of torn to shreds. The place looks like a mess. You can see that some of the pond. I don't know. You would really know this. If anybody else is coming with you, but you can just see like the pond looks a little murky, and like some of the gardens seem to be mushrooming over, but beyond that, it doesn't look like it's in good repair. And you kind of have this moment of pause where you're like, "The garden's this bad. How good was the food we had?"
I'm sure it's fine.
Gut.
Are there any sorry, Gut.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I was gonna say I'm looking for something that would be attractive to me, as in something brightly colored. Like, is there a colorful mushroom that may or may not look poisonous to touch? Or is it just like
They're mostly
really, really rotted kind of thing?
Yeah, it's mostly gray. The only thing that would be very colorful, there's like a single flower in the pond that seems to be holding on at the center of the pond on a lily pad. It's a bright, neon pink, very bright in the center. But other than that, the rest of it seems to be ripped up. There's some like modeling carrots that are a little brighter orange, but the rest is pretty neutral tones.
Gut would like to inspect the mushrooms further.
Yeah, they're just regular mushrooms.
He's gonna eat one of them.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Had that coming. 19.
19, you're fine. You're fine.
Cool.
Have you, Guts, have you ever seen this flower before?
I don't know, Eric. Would I have seen this flower before?
No, I don't think you would have. Can you give me a nature check to see if you know what it is?
Sure.
Could I assist with that? I am proficient in nature.
Sure.
Okay, you can roll with advantage, Matt.
Okay. That is a 13.
13?
Yeah.
So it looks like a lily bloom. But the color seems to be a little too vibrant. You'd gather that it, like, without having more knowledge about aquatic plant life, this lily bloom almost seems like magically enhanced from the normal nature of these types of flowers. That's about all I give you.
I mean, looks kind of like lilies that grew back home out back in the forest, but never seen one quite like that.
I know it's like the sun. It's so bright and orange. Luigi, have you ever? Is this supposed to be in this pond?
Yeah, that's Luigi's cultivations in the water there.
So not something that I should pick.
Oh, if you pick it, I'll have to ask you to leave.
Callista was like reaching for it slowly the whole time. It's like,
I know the mage hand was almost out to get it. Fine, that's
I'd love to
fair.
have one, but I'll leave you yours if there's just one.
Oh, Luigi appreciates it.
Why don't you sell those?
Luigi has sentimental attachment to the lily blooms.
It's strange that your pond would be so murky.
Yes, that's something I'm looking to fix.
I might be able to help with that.
And do what you can. I'd love to clear out the pond if you can. Luigi can't keep his koi's in good health because of the blooms, the algae blooms.
I wanna like lean towards the pond and see like if I can like detect, not officially detect magic, but get a sense of the magic around it, or if there's magic around it.
You get a sense that the flower is emanating magic, but the water seems pretty benign, other than like natural algae.
Between my background and my magical ability, is there anything I can do for the water? I realize I'm actually not level 3, so I can't do what I was thinking I could do.
Not yet.
Darn. Well, like maybe if you had like some sort of like system to like, keep the water moving. I know like koi can really pollute stagnant water.
Luigi got a narrator on layaway.
Yes, everyone's favorite ordering system.
Sure, on their way. Anyway,
Let's go, I think.
All right.
yeah.
Okay. All right. As you guys all walk outside, you see Flux petting the cyborg.
Oh, you made it friend, finally.
I've made an ally.
No, the world is friend. Say it with me now.
Friend.
Friend.
Eric, can I speak with Sprocket?
You can try.
Sprocket, are you my friend?
Read.
Is he incapable or like?
Read.
I'd like to use speak with animals. I'd like to cast that on my.
You want to speak with animals?
Yes.
Amazing.
That's-
As a robot?
How?
That's wild.
I would like to use this.
I'm going to let Sprocket's owner do the speaking for Sprocket.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, Sprocket, have you seen anything in the night? Are you my friend? I just want to like have a general conversation with him.
You at this point you just hear like clicks and clacks of like misfunctioning gears, and you just see Junk come over and say, "Oh, sorry, I haven't fixed his voice box yet."
Okay. Does he make any noise? Like he just oinks or whatever? Not even.
You haven't heard too much from him.
Okay.
He's sentient and like he moves on his own and responds, but you haven't heard audible noises.
No dialogue. Okay, I thought I'd give that a shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You do. I mean, he's taken to you a bit because you're very similar to him in the metallic nature.
That's fine.
So you do get a bit of a companion friendly response from him.
Okay.
You get a friendly click.
If everyone's coming out,
not a click, but like
a click.
more body language.
A wiggle.
If everyone's coming out like after that interaction, I'd be like, "Are we ready to go?"
Yep. Gotta find some veggies.
Okay.
Mangoes.
All right. Well, with that, if you guys are all heading up to whence you came, heading back to Celestia's Edge, you know that the travel can take the better part of a day. So, as you guys are traveling up there, the weather above you is relatively nice. There's a little bit of cloud cover, but it's warm. It's not threatening rain. It seems like the storms may have been held at bay. You just kind of get that vibe, like it was going to, and then it kind of the cape kind of there's no cape, so it didn't form enough energy in the atmosphere to really thunder and storm. So that makes your journey relatively undisturbed from the weather perspective. But I'd like someone to give me an adventure roll to see what happens on your way up to Celestia's Edge. So I need one person to give me a D20 roll, please.
Shawn. Do it. No. Shawn Lalonde.
How do I do
Do
a
it.
D20 with this thing? Oh wait, D20 you said, Eric?
Yes.
Oh god. I got a 2.
That's fine. This is an adventure roll. You don't know what it's for. It might be nothing.
Maybe you had to roll under 3.
Maybe.
Right.
Rocket dies. I don't know.
Okay, so
Rocket's not gonna die.
We don't give the DM ideas, Flux.
Okay.
We just stay quiet when this happens.
as you are traveling, you get about halfway there, maybe 3/4 of the way to Celestia's Edge. It's mid-afternoon by this point, and you're crawling through thick jungle. There's a small path that seems to be traveled, which makes the journey a little bit easier. But off in the distance, kind of around the bend, you see what seems like a low-lying creek bed that has stepping stones walking across. There's a bit of a boardwalk that has haphazardly been built to make the crossing a little bit easier. But as you approach Flux, since you're kind of leading this charge, you're the one that did the roll. So since you're leading the charge,
I'm sorry.
you notice ahead a figure crawling on the ground, moving.
Speak with animals.
Speak with it. About 30, let's say, yeah, it's about 30 feet out. You see this figure crawling along the ground. The skin seems to be almost like charred, and it's just kind of like limping, just pulling, dragging itself. You see like part of this like disfigured. It's hard to make out what kind of a figure this is. As you get close, like the head kind of reaching up, just and like the hand coming up, like the one hand just kind of pulling. It almost looks like parts of this person has been like dismembered, and it's their charred remains that are just dragging themselves out of this riverbed. Just how. What do you guys do?
Speak with animals.
Animals?
Yeah, I'm
These are
joking.
technically
I'm
animals.
joking. So it's like, are they like skin off the flesh, like melted, kind of like charred, like
Yeah.
almost like the first scene of Walking Dead where like Rick meets that first zombie, kind of dealio.
Sure. Yeah, they're not a zombie. They're not
I
a
realize
zombie.
that, but like, I halt the group. I'd like to signal to them, but I would also like to hello, like, who are you? Who goes there?
Who goes there?
Can we all see this?
Yes, you can all see this.
Okay.
In fact,
Are you kidding me right now, Flux?
Susanne is doing
I'm gonna push past him.
all right, I changed up the map. You can see this.
That was awful.
Do we recognize this figure as any one of the bandits from the town?
Charred skin.
Look at him.
It's a monkey.
Ah!
Is that a?
As you see them crawling, like the one hand dragging their body across.
And
They
you
don't
want to
look
go see it.
They
Okay,
don't
go
look like
for it.
they don't like any of the kobolds or the the attackers. They do kind of resemble one of the villagers from.
I'm gonna go up and cast Cure Wounds because that's what Callista would do. She'd be like, "Oh my gosh, you look so hurt."
Yeah, Yidis is moving up with her.
Okay, yeah, as you guys approach, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm rolling it.
I'm not. You can control it
It's
for
a
me. I'm not
9.
touching it.
9.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're not going to heal the wounds. Like he's missing an arm, both his legs, and like the one arm that seems to be together almost seems like metallic in nature. Doesn't seem organic like the rest of his body. You can kind of see he's got like an eye that's kind of hanging out of the socket as he's like just crawling. His skin's like his flesh is all burned. And you can see that like the pain goes away a little bit when you cast the spell. It just kind of takes some of that pain away and he just calms down a bit. Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
My name is Nikana.
Just stop moving. Try not to.
The village,
On bad shape.
they're all dead. I need help. Get to town for help.
From Celestia's Edge?
Yes, from Celestia's Edge. There were kobolds and warforged like you. No, looking at Flux and Junk. No,
He's fine. It's fine. It's fine. He's not the most in tune with his feelings, but he's not bad for right now.
Mhm.
Where were you? Did you see? Did you see anything?
my cabin put on fire. Burned with
Just
me.
like a look up at Callista.
Callista's just not gonna register it. Just, oh, that's terrible.
Burned with me trapped inside. No escape.
How far away from Pomaflora are we?
You're like 3/4 of the way there. So, you're 3/4 of the journey towards Celestia's Edge. So you're like 1/4 of the way to Celestia's Edge. So like they've only made it 1/4 of the journey. Like they've been slowly dragging themselves. You can see on the other side of the creek where they've dragged themselves in the water and like pull themselves across.
Have you seen Bean or Benji?
Grandma Bean?
Yeah.
She was in the square. Hand clutching her cooking pot. I've had so many good meals from Grandma. And she just starts like trying to cry, but there's like no tear ducts left from the injuries.
Well, we are going to see what happened, but you're in no shape to come with us, and you're not going to make it alone to the village.
What did you roll, Flux, for the adventure roll?
2.
Okay. As you say that, You hear a
We didn't hear any of
We
that.
didn't hear any of that,
Yeah.
but it looked scary.
Yeah.
you hear a sharp whistle and a roar as
Cool.
large dark wings put you in shadow. As you see Nikana just kind of looking up, and before she's able to scream, you see a large creature land on top of her, grasping her in their talons, and are going to attempt to take off with their newfound prey as a griffin tries to scoop and remove the prey.
Damn.
Absolutely.
You've got
not.
one. You guys all have one action quickly before.
Think
they
of
take off.
animals. Sorry.
Okay.
I mean, that's more relevant than ever.
All right. What do you say?
Can I cast guidance on Flux being next to him?
Yeah.
No, I'll let everyone else. I don't want to speak with animals.
You could do speak with animals. That's fine.
That's
I would
literally
like-
the best idea.
No, I
that
have
we've
another one
got.
up my sleeve.
Nope, here's something else. I would like to do acid splash in the creature's eyes. I
Okay.
should be pretty close.
Is it dex save?
It is 13.
They do not save, so you can acid splash towards the creature. Let's. All right. Gut, what are you doing?
So Gut is gonna, looking up and seeing the griffin, is gonna tap the ground twice with his quarterstaff, and you see basically like a vine sort of shoot up the ground around the quarterstaff and go up and try and hit the griffin and prevent it or knock it away from taking off.
Okay.
2 points of acid damage to the eyes.
Okay. As the acid hits this griffin, doesn't seem too bothered by it. The acid starts to drip off of its body as gravity drips into and below, kind of basically where Nikana is laying, and you just hear the screams both from the talon claws grabbing into her, as well as the acid pouring down her. Gut, what's your ability?
So it's Thorn Whip,
Okay.
and I'm just doing an attack roll.
Yep.
All right, so that is a 19 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits, and you pull it down the first 10 feet.
Yeah, and it does 4 piercing damage.
Okay, so you'll remove 10 feet of its speed.
Okay.
Who hasn't gone yet? Who hasn't done an action?
Yeah, the rest of you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna turn to oh my god, Junk, and be like, do something. Inspiration.
Okay. Go back to the hells that whence you came. And you see Junk just cast a spell. It's just like a waving of the hands and the staff. It's nothing visual that's happening, but you just see the griffin wince. Maybe as it needs to make a what is this? Wisdom save of a 14.
Yeah, it rolled a 14, so it saves.
Okay, I was told the dead, so it's only going to be a D8 necrotic damage. 7 points.
But if it's saved,
Oh,
it's a
no.
cantrip.
Yeah, it's no
Wait.
damage if it saves. Yep.
Oh, okay. It's that or more if it's taken damage already.
Yep. Okay, so as you try it, a little bell rings out or whatever. We go over to Flux. What are you doing?
Has the griffin taken off yet?
It's like about to take off. You see this thorn whip trying to like pull on one of its wings, maybe to like
I would like-
screws up its takeoff.
I would like to cast jump on myself, and I would like to leap onto the back of this creature.
Blind wait. Amazing.
Yeah. Okay.
Crush.
give me an acrobatics check.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no, dude.
We've got to get you some real dice.
I'm gonna say
the-
you
the
I think because of how close you are, like you could have probably run up and jumped on it.
Oh,
But with you casting jump, you overshoot. So like you run and like launch over it, and you miss time your jump, and you land in the. Why is it not letting me do that?
I can't move my guy.
Because did you lock it?
No. I got it.
There you go. It was locked. Yeah, you overshoot as
Dick.
and I think Iris, you haven't gone yet.
Iris can do nothing. She is going to. I think she's a little shocked at it. So okay, just with the talents, with the acid splash, with everything, Nikana, is she still making noise?
Oh, she's still in like absolutely just gut wrenching screams.
But she was not doing so hot.
She wasn't doing hot to begin with.
Oh my gosh, I don't think Iris would do this. That's the thing. Okay, she's gonna try this. She is going to, in a panic, she's going to. I don't have the components for that. She can't do anything. I think she freezes.
Okay, yeah, she freezes. The griffin is going to make an attempt to take off with the thorn whip. I'm going to say it's going to reduce its speed as it takes off, but it is able to push off and get up about 35 feet into the air. With Nikan, you just see them, their arm kind of like flailing akimbo, trying to fight off at this creature. They're actually take a swing at it. They're not going to do much. As this creature just screeches out, flying over. I'm going to turn it back to you guys. So we're going to do like a modified comp. Instead of doing it in full initiative, I'll let you guys just kind of jump in, coordinate how you wish to address this griffin with Nikana.
Junk just speaks out. We tried, guys. Let's just let nature make its like let it take its course.
Natural selection.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the bird gets you.
Sometimes the bird gets you.
Just looking at something. I can't just give up. Gotta try. So, oh god. Yeah. I'm gonna try and climb the thorn whip that's attaching.
The thorn whip just pulled it down a bit as it took off. The thorn whip doesn't stay because
It's not a restraint.
It just slow. You gather they would have gotten a lot higher if it wasn't for the thorn whip.
I'm gonna say, everyone back up. I'm gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna throw my dagger.
Okay.
I like how we had to back up.
Yeah, what does this mean?
Do you want to back up?
No.
Okay.
Does anyone want to be under a dagger I'm throwing basically straight up in the air?
We used to play that game in college.
Roulette.
You went to college?
Oh. All right, let's see.
Don't tell me that.
Wait, so since I'm doing it ranged, I just haven't done combat like this before. I was like, because it's got a range up to 60 feet. Do I have to roll at disadvantage for a ranged attack?
For a dagger, yeah. So if you want to go beyond, there's two numbers. The first number, 20, is your normal range, and then 60 is your extended range at disadvantage.
Okay. So disadvantage is a 15.
Yeah, you fly. Dagger gets stuck in the side of this griffin as it screeches out. You hit it for roll your damage.
Nice. Awesome. 3 damage. Killing it slow.
3 damage. It is going to have to roll a check to see if it holds on to its prey. You see Nakana drop out of the griffin's grasp.
I'm gonna try and catch her.
You used your action to throw the dagger. I'll throw it up to anybody else. As you see Nakana falling below you, Flux, you're probably the closest to as this thing falls. 3, 2, 1. Lets her
Catch
fall.
her!
Can I catch her? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'd like to catch her.
Just stone face.
You know what? Just dexterity save.
Oh, God, dexterity.
Does he get advantage because he's using jump?
No.
How?
He's got better jump.
I got an 8.
8. You see,
I mean, he could jump up to meet her.
You see Nakana hit the creek. That's
So I didn't catch it. Okay, got
She
it.
was never
Like
gonna
2 seconds later, you go.
So it's 1d6 for 10 feet. Yeah, so as
Is she dead?
she hits the water, you see her floating up along the water, drifting.
Oh, no.
Well, as Junk says, that's nature. But I want that griffin. And I'm gonna, if the griffin is still around or close enough, I want to cast Chill Touch on it.
Chill touch, yeah, you go for
All right.
it. Thank you.
Okay, that is a 12.
12. That just hits.
Whew.
AC is
Okay.
12.
All right, so yeah, you see it's, I guess, Chill Touch is like a ghostly, like skeletal hand, but it's covered in like tiny toadstools. And it lashes out at the griffin for 3 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
Griffin can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Until then, the hand clings to the target. I don't know if that actually means anything.
That's cool. That's cool. All right, what is everybody else doing? I've got Callista did her turn. Got you did yours.
I'm going to just sort of shake myself out of it and seeing Nakana unmoving, thinking the worst, but wanting to give it a try anyways. I'll just run to the shoreline because I don't think I can get much farther, and I'm going to scratch off a little piece of like dried, like colored ink, colored paint that's on my smock, my apron, and I'm going to cast a mage hand. And I would like the hand to try and do like the thing in the bathtub to try and move it closer to shore and try and move Nakana closer to shore. I don't think I can get any closer to her.
Okay. Say a little bit. Like it's a body, right? It's the waves of water from your hand isn't going to do too much, but yeah, you're like pulling the water, building up waves. I like it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to slow her down because I see what Callista's doing.
Yeah, I'll say you
but I
can
can't make it.
You can slow the body from floating away. I'll give you that.
Okay, great.
Junk, what are you doing?
Who's in the back with me?
Sven and Win.
And I guess Gut's kind of close too, eh?
No.
I guess, yeah.
You'd probably notice this as Junk just kind of like rubs to like polish his eye, and you see it go dark, and he just does like a baseball pitch sky high into the air, 120 feet, as he casts Elevated Sight. And Junk's eyes just go black at this point. Eric, what do I see?
Okay, as you cast
360 pano,
yeah,
120 feet.
Familiar with it. Well, looking down, you can see this griffin flying around you as you're fighting.
Pretty sure.
Off in the distance, kind of a couple miles out. It is cloudy, but like you can still see kind of the tree top. You see the jungle seems to be swaying. The wind keeps picking up movement. You can see the outskirts of Celestia's Edge from this height. You can see smoke, but it's almost like of a fire that's been put out. Seems like ashy smoke. That doesn't seem to be a roaring fire coming from that. This height from the mountains, you see what looks like a small pack of kobolds scaling the mountain. with like basically harnesses, pythons, tacks. They're full on mountain climbing. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Good call.
Ooh, pretty good, pretty good. It's a 21.
21. You see Overlord Sigan with the kobolds climbing.
Evil.
They are
And
they are much higher than your 120 feet. Like they're halfway, 3/4 way up the mountain. Like, and it's not easy to climb. Like it's not like you're just walking up a mountain. It's full on harness, belay, coordinated climbing.
but no other griffins.
No other griffins.
Okay, that's good. I think this one's alone, guys.
Are we
No,
full
no
on,
other griffins.
Are we full on combat with this griffin?
Yeah.
Like
The voice.
it's focused on us, and
Yeah, you Flux, it's up to you. What are you doing before the griffin takes its next turn?
I would like to look back at the group. Can I do this, Eric?
Yeah. You tell me.
I look back at the group. I think it's time you see my true form. And I scream, materialize, and then all of a sudden my like body starts morphing into like a griffin.
Damn.
I need you to
And then like in sequence I like leap at it to like attack it.
So jump is still cast on you, so you have jump.
Oh, sick.
Look on your character sheet under extras. You'll notice that you don't have the full abilities of a griffin. You have the equivalent of what's a brown bear in terms of your stat block.
Okay, I see that now. Okay.
So take a look at brown bear because that's all your stats. So you can jump, you can't fly, just so you know.
I would like to jump.
Yeah. So you see this griffin this robotic griffin that transforms from his form and leaps up towards it. Give me an acrobatic roll to see if you can tackle this guy.
You like
Hey, Shawn, I like get dice.
that's
Jesus.
3 2s in a row.
Get dice.
Two.
You realize that your form is too heavy, even with the jump, to get up 35 feet. You kind of like, it's almost like a kid trying to jump at the basketball net in elementary school. They think they dunk, but they don't even come close. Trying to reach up to it. But nice try. As you see, 2 griffins now.
Do you make any noises when you transform? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess it's the griffin's turn?
Or yeah.
Or did you do something?
If this is still like first round, then I've already done my thing.
All right. The griffin's going to turn around. Seeing the second griffin, that's actually going to spook it.
It can only be one.
Yeah, I think at this point it's going to take off. It was intimidated as it starts to fly away. And unencumbered, it'll fly 80 feet away. So yeah, it'll definitely zoom off.
Which directions is it flying in?
West.
Towards the mountain.
Towards the mountain.
I go back up into the sky.
Yeah, it's
Towards the mountains?
Towards the mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next time.
So we'll drop out of combat there. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. It was debating between attacking Callista, but a second Griffin. Yeah, probably wouldn't compete after getting stabbed. So.
That's pretty cool.
Callista, can you reach her?
Yes, I was gonna do that. So I'm gonna dive into the water and get her.
Okay. Yeah, you dive in. Easy enough for you able to grab her.
I like to think that like when I am in the water, like that like scales appear like around the edges of my like face and I get like little gills.
Oh, I love it.
Cool.
Like a water world situation.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna try and get Nikana.
Yeah.
Are there more people in the water? You said they were all trying to pull up.
Pardon?
Did you? Sorry. I understood earlier on that like more than Nikana were trying to like dead body their way away from.
No, it's just Nikana was the only body you saw.
Oh, okay, then I will get Nikana.
You're able to grab the body. The body is motionless. What would you guys like to do? Is it just like laying in your arms in the water? The creek water is slowly drifting through.
I mean, between my Arcana and my medicine, this is just something I don't remember. Would another cure wounds like help if she was dead? I can't remember. I could roll for it.
You can certainly try. You can give me a medicine check.
Okay. Oh, it was almost a natural 20, but it is absolutely a 4.
Yeah, you're not quite sure how effective your healing magic is on possibly dead creatures.
Oh, for God's sakes, why don't you just heal the floating torso? As Junkrat casts the healing word. Eleander, help.
As you do, body doesn't seem to come to.
I think she's gone.
I think we're gonna need to find a new line cook.
It's a shame. I think we've done all we can.
Yeah, it's too bad because you could have had magical inspiration on that roll with the inspiration I gave you. Anyway,
I'd like to revert back to my robotic humanoid form.
no, stay Griffin.
Anticlimactic. Materialize.
Materialize.
Is there any way? Okay, I'm gonna wait for the group to do stuff.
I can't handle this.
Callista's gonna pick up the body and try and put it like in the shrub and like make a little stone totem, like a grave marker. I'm not like burying her because I don't think I could. We don't have time, but
Okay.
Edis will help with that.
Is there anything of use on the body?
Uh,
There's like a robotic arm, like
yeah. I think easy enough because the body's been so mutilated. The arm seems to be mechanical, as well as the eye that's hanging off on a thread also seems to be mechanical.
Also a cyber.
so like half the body kind of thing. I'm just curious to know like
Just those two body parts.
any like jewelry or like medallions or
No, all that's been kind of
Anything?
burned away.
okay.
I'm absolutely gonna try and stop you from robbing that body. I'm sorry.
No, it was a different character. I just want to know if there's anything else like that we missed. That's all. Okay.
That's a good eye.
That's a bit strange. Like that's not normal.
Do I recognize this as like a Warforged?
It looks more clockwork, so no.
Is there like an inscription or anybody's like initials in it as like their mark?
Give me an investigation check.
22.
Wow, you're the only one rolling good.
Yeah.
You get a sense that these parts seem to be magical in nature, and as the body is drifting away from life, that magical connection seems to be dispelling. As these as you're like checking over them, they kind of fall off and then drop into the ground or the soil next to where you have the body.
Could I know you said investigation check, but giving my arcane nature, could I have done an arcana check on that instead?
You can give me an arcana check.
Okay. 21.
We roll everything tonight.
You are familiar with
Could
these.
I add the bardic inspiration to that?
Sure.
What is it?
You haven't found out the outcome yet. It's 1d6.
Add 3, so it's a 24.
24?
I really want to know.
With the 24, you recognize it as an Earthsat's eye. which is a clockwork mechanical eye that can be installed and replace all the functions of a lost eye. And the limb is a prosthetic limb, which can be magically attached to replace a limb that's been removed or that's been lost. As you look over it with that 24, you can see the hand starts to meld back into its old form, which is just a inanimate carbon rod, and it assumes the shape of the limb that's being replaced once it's put up against the stump.
That is so cool.
Guys, we might need these spare parts at some like. What if we meet somebody who's missing an eye or an arm? This is a prime donor right now. I don't think they need it anymore. Would you mind if I took it? I could pay for the cost.
It's not the cost that worries me. It's stealing from the dead.
What's the dead gonna do with it?
It's something useful.
It's not even an arm anymore. It's just a rod.
Okay.
She won't
Thanks.
like it, but she'll let you do it. I was like, the rationale being that like it'll go to use for someone else. Yeah, I'll say this to you. I was like,
We'll use it for someone else who needs it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I believe Junkrat?
My thoughts exactly.
I'm not even gonna roll for it because she wants to believe him.
No, gut skeptical. He
Okay.
wants to roll for it.
As you harvest these body parts, bury the remains of Nikana. I'm going to say that the griffin flies off the distance that you aren't able to see it anymore, and we will take a break there and come back at 9:00.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay. keep us moving along on this next leg of the journey. Is there anything else you guys would like to do at Nikana's burial site?
I mean, I guess Gut wants to keep an eye out, and I guess this kind of expands to like the rest of the journey, but he wants to try and keep an eye out for like signs of like truffles or anything like that along the route. I assume there are no mangoes in the...
Give me a survival check as you continue your journey up to Celestia's Edge.
All right. Survival. Oh, 10.
As you work your way up, you do find mango trees. However, they are not in season, so there are no mangoes available to you yet. You're not able to root out any truffles along the journey.
Okay.
Are they, when you say trees, are they full-grown trees or are they like sprout? Well,
No, like full-grown trees. You can see that you're deep into mango country.
So wait, but so I guess are there like actual like mangoes, but they're just like not ripe yet, or are they like really like not even close?
Yeah, the fruits haven't not flowered, but it hasn't fruited yet.
Okay.
Oh, okay, understood.
Okay.
But like back home, you could just take a branch and then you just graft it onto another tree.
I've never done that before. I always just
Like your kind of thing.
I get what I need from the forest. If it's there, it's there, and if it's not, it's not. But
That's also fair.
All right. Your journey continues.
could you graft it to a prosthetic?
No, it has to be alive.
That's fair.
That's what we did, but
You
it has
can
to be
try.
alive.
It'll keep it alive, maybe.
You can certainly try.
We graft. You guys want to try this? Anybody got some gum?
Yum.
Oh, I checked my components pouch that I stole from the jail.
You don't find any gum.
Anything chewable that would turn sticky. Like
There's some molasses in there.
If there's trees, there's probably like some sort of adhesive based sap.
What are you nature folks able to grab me a good branch?
sure.
I don't want it to be grafted to the arm, so I'm not going to volunteer.
Easy enough. You're able to break a branch off of the mango tree, and
Shawn's like, I can't believe we're doing this.
Can't believe we're searching.
Join the club, John.
Can we try and graft this tree branch onto the prosthetic arm just to keep it alive so it's able to be grafted onto another tree back at Luigi's?
Em and Courtney are going to listen to this.
Sure. Yeah. Fine.
You'd be better just to pack it with some like water.
But because it's a prosthetic, a humanoid prosthetic, it takes the form of a foot. So you've got this foot with a branch. It's like the lamp.
I was gonna say it's like one of those lampshades.
And then like the leaves for the lampshade where you've got this like branch and foot.
I love it.
I hate it so much.
Not a fan. Not my style, though.
You can make anything out of anything.
It looks cursed. It's not, but it looks.
Shall we?
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Doing nothing else before you get to Celestia's Edge. You arrive in town at the southern end of town, near the cobblestone footbridge that you remember entering previously. The town itself, while some of the buildings seem to be damaged by fire, ash rising from some of the structures, the village itself seems to be devoid of life. There are corpses littering the ground around most of the buildings. I didn't put them all on the map, so just use your imagination. Um, the and the sound of kobolds from your previous time here are also gone. The village seems to be abandoned. I'm going to leave you guys controlling your own characters to mill about town, and you guys tell me what you would like to do. It is later in the day. We are closing in on supper time, close to sundown within the next hour or so before it gets dark. But I will leave it to you on what happens next.
Just so
Okay.
everybody knows, the kobolds in Saigon went up into the mountains. I could see them back at the water.
They're going up?
Yeah, but they're not in the town, so there's no need to worry.
Keep your eyes open.
Hopefully they don't come back.
They're pretty high, like 200 feet up that mountain.
Hopefully they didn't leave anybody behind. I'm still gonna kind of keep the shadows, and I'm looking for the cook's house.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to look for the cook's house. Stay on quest.
All right, as you guys walk in, if you recall from your travel in, the cook's house was this one here. As you recall, the elderly orc woman that was ladling soup into people's bowls. You can see her out front. See if I can do. Yeah, let's just do this. You can see her out front, just laying dead next to her cooking cauldron.
Terrible.
Eric, I wrote this note last time we played. Is there a tattoo artist that is still an orc tattoo artist?
Yeah, you remember them being by the blacksmith, which is the building behind the
Sick.
cook.
Notes coming in handy.
I thought all you wrote down was Cancun.
Yeah. I'm looking for signs of the boy.
The boy?
Or whoever was supposed to be with her. It's Grandma Bean and what's face?
The nephew Benji.
Yeah.
You don't see you don't know what you're looking for. You see a bunch of other bodies scattered around. I'll just drop them in, but none. You don't know who you're looking for. You see another orc corpse that is there, but again, the body's been mutilated. Like the skin's been turned inside out. It's hard to kind of pick up on who's what.
I with my proficiency in medicine, is there like any others that are close to the cook's building that like I could check if they were at least like male based on their bone pattern?
Yeah. I would say this guy here is a male orc ish build.
All right. Gut is intrigued by the cooking pot that Grandma Bean is clutching. He'd like to go up and examine that.
Yeah. You grab it and give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 17.
You get a faint sense that it's still warm. And
Is there like
there's
something
like
inside of it?
sloshing liquid inside as you kind of flip it around, even like flip it over, drain it out. The sloshing stays in the pot. So like you can't drain it. It seems to be an ever-present basting or a base to whatever gets cooked in here.
Oh, I like this. He's gonna take it.
Cool. Yeah, you can add the cooking pot to your inventory.
Okay.
Yeah, Junk goes up to the house that he remembers Callista set on fire, thinking it was probably Nikana. It was Nick
absolutely
something.
was.
Well, for reference, there's a few houses that are on fire.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you which one I first lit on fire.
This one was burnt down. Basically, this whole swath got lit up on fire.
Yeah, he's gonna go to the one that was first lit on fire.
Okay.
So that was the one behind because we came at the back entrance of the jailhouse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm at it already.
What you notice What you notice is there's a what looks like smaller individuals, reminiscent of the halfling couple that seems to be laying hands like held together.
This is
But
so
they both
sad.
seem to be laying motionless next to the hut, outside of the burning building.
Do
Oh,
they
outside. Okay.
generally, does it seem like people were more killed by the blue stuff or killed by the fire? I'm gonna peruse the town feeling very guilty.
As you look around, you would gather the blue fog was responsible for 90% of the deaths, and the other 10% seem to be a combination of scorch marks and like weapon wounds. You can see like blades and blunt force damage. So maybe not all the blue fog, but most.
Yidis is going to watch everybody go in front of her, and then it's just going to like rub one of the stained spots on her arms, the like permanently ink stained spots, and is going to take the 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic. And is looking for, well, something specific. And it's just going to try and peruse as much of the town as possible in the 10 minutes that Detect Magic lasts.
Okay. What are you specifically looking for? And if you don't want to tell the group, you can message me as well. But
I am looking for, well, these guys came here through some sort of planar jump, and there's supposed to be a nexus point here. So I am looking for any trace of that. But if anything else is shiny that catches my attention, I'm going to stop and look as well.
Okay. Yeah, so you're doing that. Go back to the rest of the group. What's everybody else doing?
Mhm.
Is there any
Looking for more
blacksmiths
Oh,
in town?
go ahead.
Any blacksmiths in town?
Yeah, so the building where you saw the tattoo artist was where the blacksmith was. So it was like the blacksmith, and then around the side was where you could saw the guy with the tattoo artist, which is this brown roof building over here.
Okay.
Sorry, I might have missed this before, Eric, but this this house in the bottom left-hand corner, it looks like there's like some vegetable patches or something like that.
Yeah. All of the houses have some sort of gardens associated with them.
All right. Gut's gonna try and go to the one of the houses with like the largest patch and see if he can find any produce.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Okay. 16.
16. You're able to scrounge up quite a bit of vegetables. You get carrots, some cabbages. There's a little bit of lettuce, and then in this particular spot, you'd see that there's a couple of vines of cucumbers that are still like ready to be picked.
All right. Carrots, cabbages, cucumbers.
Nice.
Junk has immediately forgotten what the quest was after learning that this village has prosthetics and arcane or arcano-mechanical parts, we'll call it. So he's looking through the burned houses looking for more of that nature.
Are you looking for
Give me an investigation check as you're looking through. I'll say you're in the house near the halfling couple to start.
They can't all be good. It's only an 8.
Can't. 8. You're gonna find a small little metal box that seems like the only thing that's metal in here that seems to be a lock box. It's maybe yay big, so a little big for you, but about a foot wide and then maybe 8 inches, with a little lock on it.
Okay.
It's a firebox, for lack of a better description.
Yeah.
And as you shake it, it sounds like it's like a couple of things rattling around inside.
Cool.
That's
Okay.
neat.
Very cool.
So I'm also on tasked to look for these parts as well. I started with the blacksmith because I figured that would be a good place to start.
You find in the blacksmith, this place is lined with a bunch of weaponry. You find armor, you find swords, you find axes, basically anything made of metal. This blacksmith had prepared. Nothing magical jumps out at you, at least because you're not looking for magical stuff.
Okay.
You're just kind of looking around, browsing. Yeah, there's like two-handed weapons, one-handed weapons. There's some rapiers. They're all
What two-handed weapons are there?
frontier handmade, but they would probably do quite well if you're looking for two-handed weapons. Let's see.
So I'm proficient in. I'd like to grab something.
Sorry, I'm just grab my equipment. You're looking for two-handed weapons?
Yeah, like a hammer or a battle axe. Preferably a hammer.
Okay, you find there is a two-handed battle axe. There's a great axe. You also find there's a heavy crossbow, a warhammer, and those are like the two-handed stuff that you see. And then
I'll grab the warhammer.
Okay.
That's all I want. There's nothing else. Just
there's
tools
more.
and-
There's short swords, rapiers. There's like a flail, like set up like with a chain. If you're looking for a flail.
Any tech items like like nets or like anything.
Energon cubes.
Cubes, anything fun.
You see along the back wall, the only thing that's not metal is a collection of whips. There's like the Indiana Jones style, like long whip. There's like a cat of nine tails, like a riding.
Are there any chains?
There's you can just find like buckets of chains on the ground.
Whips and chains. Okay. I just want the warhammer. That's fine.
Cool.
Presented with whips and chains, chooses a warhammer instead.
Yeah.
You can also let other people know. So if anybody wants to grab stuff, they can. Like we don't have to role play everybody coming over and grabbing stuff. Just feel free.
Would you let us know, Flux, or are you just
Whips and chains? They excite you? Okay. So there's nothing of like interest other than like what I want, rather.
Give me an investigation check.
18.
18.
There we go.
As you're looking through this stuff, you see kind of in the back on what looks like a workbench, you see two long metallic rails that are in the process or like being worked on, fused to which look like a sword hilt that's been melded in. It doesn't look like a normal weapon. It looks like it's a weapon that's in progress. And
I'd like to take
it looks like a crossbow without the bow part attached to it.
It's like a pickaxe.
I cross.
I'd like to take it though. I'm
Sure.
gonna take it.
Sure.
I would take it.
Okay. Add a mysterious rail crossbow.
Okay. Well, I got.
All right. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna take a whip from the blacksmith. I think I'm just gonna kind of like morosely go door to door and look for like shiny things. If perchance there was any instruments in any houses that didn't burn down. I'd also like to check the original jail to see if my instruments are there, because assuming they're magical.
Give me an investigation check. Basically just general investigation check as you're proceeding through.
Moan. Oh my gosh. Why couldn't you be 19? It's a 2.
Oh.
Wow.
Nothing. Nothing for Kirsten.
I'm not
Garbo.
gonna say
Nice.
nothing. I'm just gonna say your look takes a lot longer, so you're not gonna be able to find as much stuff. That's how I'm gonna do it. So as you're looking through, you do find a small little loot that's been damaged. Probably not playable. Like the
So, yeah.
the frets have been snapped. Would need to be replaced. And what I will say is you find I'll give this to you. You find a body next to like a note that's being written. And it's signed BE, and then like the pencil drops off and the body is laying down at the bottom of the table.
Ah, yes, as per our original mission. Thank you.
But before we figure that out, I want to go back to everybody else. Junk, you got your lockbox. Okay. Iris, as you're looking around, is there any particular place you're going, things you're looking for?
So I would start with I would probably start with any like business type establishments with the detect magic up, or I would definitely like walk around the well, because if movies have taught me anything, go to the well.
Nothing.
I would ignore the jail. I would ignore the houses that were on fire, and I would just try to hit up as much as I could within the 10 minutes.
The blacksmith is probably the biggest business in town.
And I would go there for sure.
As you're looking around, because you have your detect magic on, you can see the thing that that Flux put on his back is glowing with magical energy.
That was the rail thing.
But he doesn't know that.
The crossbow thing.
And he never will.
As you're looking around though, you see kind of along the side of the building, you see a bed that's kind of laid out flat, and then another body that's just laying down, and from their hand, something magical is glowing in the clasp of their hand. But all the armaments in the building itself don't seem to light up with any magical energy, except for the anvil. It's very faint though. It's abjuration magic, and you kind of pick up that it's just to keep the anvil in good keeping.
What is the thing that the body is clasping? What's the school of magic from that guy?
It's a mix between enchantment and conjuration magic.
I will pick that up.
Okay. It's a little, basically it's a small little like wand-like object.
Wand-like?
Wand-like object, yes.
Okay. And then if I had to walk by the well to get there, is the well magical?
Well's not magical. You know what? Give me an investigation check. I made Callista get investigation check. I should probably get you to do the same thing.
22.
22. So walking back from the blacksmith, I'll just light it up. From the blacksmith back to the well, you notice inside the building a faint glow coming from inside the building.
Okay, I would walk in there then.
Okay.
Do my loop around the well, walk into the building.
As you walk into the building, you notice that one of the bookcases seems to be glowing in illusory magic.
Illusion? Is the whole thing, or is it like just a single book?
Just the bookshelf. The books itself aren't. Just the bookshelf itself.
Okay, I'm going to adjust Yellow on my back. He's in like a little baby carrier on the back kind of thing.
Baby Bjorn?
Baby Bjorn, thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called. The thing that you like wrap around.
They're on the front, the Bjorns, though.
That's just a backpack.
the baby backpack, the yellow backpack, and I'm gonna just kind of like, I'm gonna look around the bookcase first to see if there's anything weird going on, but ultimately I'm gonna touch it.
You touch it, your hand goes through. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Party.
15.
15. You're able to catch yourself as you push through. You don't fall, as it seems to be leading to a hidden chamber behind.
What's in the chamber?
You go in.
I'm gonna pop my head out really quick, take out a piece of copper wire, and I'm just gonna point in a random direction. So in one of the buildings, there's a hidden passageway behind the bookshelf. You can reply to this message if you get it.
Depends what direction you're in.
I don't know where everybody is. Everyone's in houses.
No, I know. I was like, would you roll for direction? Like, because if Callista heard it,
I'll take care of this real quickly.
DM's choice. Yeah, make it random.
Gut.
Yeah.
As soon as I send the message, though, I'm not waiting. I'm going in.
Okay, you go in, and you stumble a bit, but with your dexterity, I'll keep that going. There's a small little ladder behind it that leads to a basement. A basement.
I'm going to point in a different direction. There's a basement behind the bookcase over here in the building beside the blacksmith.
Gut again.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah, you push
I'm
down
right here.
You push down into the ladder into the basement, but I'll resolve that once I figure out what everybody else is doing.
Cool.
I'm just laughing to myself because I realized one of our jobs was to take someone with us to like ferry them. And we were just like, nah, we'll do that another time. Wasn't that the thing? Wasn't that what the
No, we were supposed to, like, they couldn't travel. That was the point. We had to bring word, well, to the grandma and the nephew.
Yeah.
So that was one thing, but the other thing was like the
Nexus like
Yeah, man.
finds
What do you
out
think he's doing?
No,
Yeah.
but I thought we had to bring him.
No, he just wants information so he can write a paper.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd eventually find the bookcase thing, but like, is Gut in there? Like, did Gut try and go down? What are we?
I mean, he's following Iris.
Okay. I'm just trying to decide if I would have caught one of you to like actually know to go down.
I don't.
Gut wouldn't have waited.
Probably not.
That's fine. Just gonna continue wandering the down, calling out, Iris,
Okay.
Iris.
All right.
The other campaign split the party. It
Yeah.
turned out bad.
Cool. Junk, Flux, and Callista, please give me a perception check.
That's cocked. Can I just say, in the interim, I picture Gut with the most, like, goblin version of a dad bod humanly possible.
That's
all I picture.
That is 100% accurate.
Gut's short for beer gut.
Oh, he's like complete dad bod with like a beard and like, tatters for clothes, and he's now got this like cooking pot like slung across his back.
Eye patch.
Well, yeah.
I'm glad my thing is correct.
Okay, so what's your perception checks for everybody?
Mine was 8.
8.
19.
19. Callista, you notice that the I want to say like the water molecules in the air seem to start to shiver a bit and get colder. The air around you seems like the pressure has dropped in the last like 30 seconds. It's a little off-putting, but what I will do is jump down to the basement. as we have, let me just make sure I get the right people here. We have Iris. Whoa, way too big.
Oh, look at those
We got
pores.
it.
They're not pores, they're freckles.
Oh,
She's got like the olive
I was-
Mediterranean.
I was just
skin.
because we were so close that you could see the pores.
All right.
It wasn't a comment at the.
They are freckles.
About Iris's skincare
Mind your
routine.
business. Pardon?
I was like, not a commentary on Iris's skincare routine.
Yeah.
I can
You've
give
been
you
in prison,
the-
okay? Just leave it alone.
What about guts
God.
pores?
Oh, it's great.
That's off-putting.
Does this look like the face of mercy?
It's staring into my
All right. So
Oh, you got that message.
Oh,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry, you were talking to me.
I was.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
DM.
Yeah, seems pretty neat down here. What'd you find?
The DM will explain in 1 second, so we know what we're looking at.
So, a small little cellar. The ladder that brings you down to this room. You see a small table to your right that's lit with a lantern that doesn't seem to be extinguished. You can't see like a fuel source out of it. It's just kind of glowing. There is a book that's open on the table, and then the rest is stores of crates, barrels, and then there's like basically just rations, what looks like rice bags along the to your right, basically where you're standing, and then some reinforced boxes along the wall that's stacked floor to ceiling essentially. In this, it's pretty cramped. Other than the table, there are a couple cups, and you do see, I would say probably right here, a deck of cards.
Eric.
Yes. Is my detect magic still going, or has that expired?
I'm gonna say you walked around town. Your 10 minutes is probably up at this point. Kind of as you're pushing through, the illusion magic kind of faded and your detect magic spell expired.
I'm going to expend a spell slot to cast it again. I won't wait the 10 minutes. I'm just going
Okay.
to do it.
You do that. Gut, what are you doing?
All right. So you said that there were some crates with like rations and stuff like that.
Yep.
Bags of rice too. Was
Yep.
the other thing you mentioned?
Yep.
All right. Gut is going to take his dagger and like put a slit in one of those rice bags, and he's just gonna put a little bit into the pot.
Yeah, you cut some rice, it pours into the pot, and yeah, you got a rice cooker going. And as it does, it starts to slowly cook, kind of on its own.
Oh,
Like this.
Yeah.
what's this?
You're going to have to carry it out like this now that it's cooking. You can't just strap it to the bag.
You've got an active rice cooker on your hands.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
It's fine.
Carry that up the stairs.
Is anything
The
glowing?
ladder.
Jumping back to the rest of the group, Junk, Sven, Win are kind of looking around, browsing. I'm gonna say Sven goes over to the blacksmith, grabs a couple of bladed weapons. I'll let Cam figure out what those are when we get back, and then Win's kind of just peeking around as well. But what are you guys doing while you're up there? What's your next move?
I would like to say that I grabbed a whip from the blacksmith and also gave one to Win, and I was like, we could be like whip twins.
Okay, cool.
Gonna be amazing, guys. But you said I felt kind of a shiver in the air. I'm gonna like kind of gather people and say something weird's happening. Does anyone notice this?
Once it's pointed
Can I
out, you all would.
Okay. Is this like an alarming concern in my mind? Like what I feel like this is concerning.
Pressure drops.
I'd like to go on Overwatch, kind of. And I want to go into like the middle of town.
Okay. Sets up a sentry at the center of town. Okay. Jumping back to Iris. Junk, sorry, what are you doing?
Just going into another building.
Give me an investigation check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say you go to the next one over.
Yeah, the one because I was at the very north one, just
Yeah.
so a little bit to the right, north of the blacksmith.
Okay.
It's a 9.
9. What do you find in that building? With a 9, you do find an arts and craft kit.
Hey, arts and crafts.
It's like
That's perfect.
for like beading and
Friendship
necklace
bracelet.
making. There's like some yarn. Like
Oh
some-
my god, it's got
some-
those
some
beads with the letters that
glue.
you can.
There's,
Is there a
Yes,
new?
it does.
there's
Is
glitter.
there a knitting needles?
No.
No. Okay.
You gotta make one for Sprocket now.
Best friend.
Yeah.
You gotta do one of those like bead animals.
You, yeah, I'll leave it at that. Iris,
Yes.
when you cast your magic,
Sure do.
the walls start to glow.
Visibly?
Light seems to emanate through the crates, where magic seems to be emanating from the walls behind the crates. The table in front of you, that lantern, seems to be glowing with magic. The floor beneath it, there's a rug that seems to be eking out a little bit of magic from the floor. The barrels that are to the top right also seem to be like through the cracks in the barrels, like magical auras are seeming to pour off of it. There is a lot of magic touched things in this room.
What about
Okay.
what? Oh, so I guess is this only something that Iris can see, or would Gut see this as well?
Oh, Iris is casting detect magic, so it's that
So it's
sight.
just okay, got it. So I don't see any of this.
So from in the barrels, the walls you said, like straight up the walls.
Yeah, particularly you notice along this wall, there's magic creeping through the barrels behind that are blocking whatever that magic is. You kind of see the cracks between the barrels where the magic's coming through.
Okay. And then under the rug, do you say the table itself or the lantern on the table?
The lantern on the table. Yep.
Okay. What school of magic?
So the lantern would be conjuration. The barrels, that would be enchantment, I believe. Yeah, that would be enchantment. Along the wall is divination magic. And creeping out from underneath the carpet that the table is on. I believe that's also divination magic.
Gut?
Hmm?
Don't touch anything else. Yet.
The only thing that doesn't seem to have a magical touching it is the rice bags.
That's convenient.
What about the deck of cards?
Oh yeah, what about the deck of cards?
The
And the book.
deck of cards doesn't seem magical at all.
Okay.
The book itself, there's magic coming from it, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I have no understanding of any of this, so I just kind of give you a sideways glance. Think something's off here?
While you're holding your rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubble, bubble,
Something's
bubble,
off
bubble.
there.
Basically, everything down here is magical. Like almost all kinds.
Looks down in the pot. It's like, smells good, eh?
Yeah, actually, it does. I'm not one for just, rice from this plane, but, it smells really nice. Do you think we should wait for everyone? Don't want to.
Yeah, sure. Gives me an idea. And he'll just sit down on
on the stone floor waiting for people. He's very much like has taken the compliment to heart and is now focusing on the pot a bit more.
Okay.
It is going to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, what are you doing?
I was going to once more just kind of like streak a hand through my hair while I'm focusing on everything and hope that this won't blow anything up. Get a little bit of red dye onto my fingertips and cast out a mage hand.
Mhm.
Does anything react to it, or is it just it's just okay? I really want to flip up the carpet.
Okay. As you peel up the carpet just enough, you notice that if you're peeling the carpet closest to you, let me just see what's under there. That's
I should have backed up, but I didn't. So
that's
we're
okay.
here.
What you notice is the letter L, as you peel up the carpet.
The letter L. I look over at Gut, who is looking at his rice, and just kind of be like, shrug. I'm going to try and move the table out of the way.
Yeah, you can.
I'll work on that to try and see everything.
You can work on that. I'm gonna just, for sake of the group, are you guys gonna come find where your two compatriots have gone?
I should send another message. Oh well. I'll send another message to make it easy.
Yeah.
What did everybody do? You guys coming down, or you guys want to do more stuff
I'm
up top?
absolutely coming down. I was like,
I
was
there's
starting
a
to get
fella.
concerned.
They're underneath the Benji's house, right?
Yeah.
This is Benji's house. Oh, hello.
Good lord.
Okay. Before I go into the basement, can I is there any mangoes on my way? Can I find any mangoes?
Yeah, you find like a ton of mangoes.
Ah, what?
They were in the well.
We did it.
Yeah.
Any truffles? Can we finish this quest?
No truffles. No truffles.
Damn it.
Then we finish this quest, he says.
Yeah, if I noticed everybody was gone and nobody was really looking through the town, I'd make my way as well.
Okay.
And probably like I don't know. Oh, there it is.
Cute. I love it.
There he's good.
Okay, so I'll say Win and Sven are just up top trying to like take care of the rest of the stuff. What are you guys doing?
Don't touch anything down here.
Are there
Don't.
Why?
As I'm like lifting up the rug with my hand too. Everything is magical down here. Pretty much. The wall on that side, the lantern, those cards are like super magical. What else? Hold on, I wrote it down.
I was like, aren't the cards non-magical? I won't correct you in the game, but
No, they're very magical.
Oh.
Okay.
Under the
Oh
carpet.
no, Mike's not.
Oh, and she would definitely have grabbed a book if she could, but she's looking at the carpet first.
Okay, you grab the book. Sorry, go ahead.
Can I have some rice? It's been a while. I'm hungry.
Oh my.
It's not done yet.
It's not done yet. It's rice.
You see that he's actually got a dagger out and is like hurriedly like whittling away at something, but he's kind of like hunched over the cooking pot currently.
Okay.
I love that it's not done yet.
Eric, is there any notion that this gives off like Eberron cube energy?
Eberjon energy.
Eberron, yeah.
Eberjon energy.
I think you just change it.
Give me an Arcana check with advantage. So roll twice and take the higher.
Okay, I get to roll twice. 21.
Nice.
The barrels in the top right seem to be giving off Eberjon energy, and you start to like short circuit a little bit, and you feel compelled to like wild shape all of a sudden.
How compelled?
You fight it off.
Yeah, I'll fight it off.
Okay.
Small room.
This is
Is
small.
my mug acting weird in here? I pull it out. Okay.
Nothing.
Wait, sorry, the barrels or the crates? Sorry.
The barrels.
Okay, I'm kind of like
Yeah,
getting
over-
like attracted to it.
Yeah.
Don't touch it.
You move. You're moving the table to pull the rug back.
Yes.
As you pull the rug back,
6 level fireball.
does this? How do I? There. This is what's below the rug.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, ever cool, Eric.
Oh,
Very
I like
wild.
it.
You know where we're going, right?
Yeah, I know where we're
Very
going.
wild.
There was also an A on the other map outside this house.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's true. Does everyone see this or just Iris?
No, this
I
is
get
the carpet's been pulled back. You can all see these letters on the floor.
Okay.
Well,
I love a puzzle. I think it spells Feywild.
I think so as well.
Feywild.
Well,
Yep. That's the one.
But if
It
we're
is
just
so-
removing one letter, it also spells Life Day or Wife Day. One of the two.
Yeah, this is going to look at the book.
Well, it says the secrets of Wife Day on the book. The words on the book are difficult to read. What languages do you speak?
Elvish, Primordial, and Sylvan.
No.
Are you asking everyone or just
No,
Iris?
just Iris because she's got the book.
Look at it.
As you're looking through the book, it feels like it should be Elvish, but the words don't make sense. As you're struggling with this book, the magic that you have, since you're detect magic, is illusory. And as you're using, I guess with detect magic, you notice that the illusion magic is trying to make it more hard to read than it is. And as you kind of read through the illusions, you can see that it's Elvish, but the illusion is trying to make it illegible. You're able to notice that it's the Hearthstar Peaks are a space along the material plane where the ley lines are at its thinnest, and the fire that burns at the top of the mountain provides the source of energy needed to be able to break through the barrier.
Oh no.
Only those that understand the resonance frequencies can wield this power. Grandma Bean.
whoa.
Grandma Bean had more than meets the eye.
You're
If I
telling
were
me.
Can we eat?
Eric, how long has it been since I came down into the basement?
Like 10 minutes.
So
Rice is only half done, man.
does that mean I can
Sure, fuck it, go.
Okay, so I think it's now been long enough. Gut has been kind of like swirling around in the cooking pot, and he's been like frantically chopping some things. He says, "All right, Junk, I think it's ready now." And I got to do a DC check for this.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just a straight D20.
Yep. If you're proficient with cook's utensils, you can use that.
Okay, so you add a proficiency modifier to it?
Yeah, your proficiency if you have cook's utensils.
Yeah, which I do. Which is, I forget. +2. There we go. All right.
So I did not pass this.
Okay, the rice is burnt.
Okay, but there were some other things that I was doing, not just the rice.
Okay, what were you doing? What were you adding in there?
This is kind of what I was hoping to do. Oh crap! I sent that to the wrong WhatsApp group.
Ted and Emily are going to be very confused about this.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Funny. I could have sent them a note.
There we go. So from the horseshoe crab that got grabbed earlier, along with the carrots, he was basically like breaking off the legs and says,
When did you kill the horseshoe crab? You never.
Yeah, you just killed it.
Oh, I hadn't killed it?
No, you just said you put
It's dead now.
Well, I'm not gonna.
Did you put it in the pot and slowly let it come to a boil?
Maybe.
Thanks.
I had it. I had the horseshoe crab legs with some carrots and say, really interesting thing about these crabs, their insides are blue. Look at that. But I guess it's kind of burnt. So,
Yeah.
Junk, you still want it?
It looks delicious. Yeah.
All right. You can
Dig in.
You can eat the meal to no effect.
Thanks.
And that's that.
Love
God
my
is choosing to
initial-
believe you're being genuine.
It was as genuine as possible.
I love how my initial message to say, here's a bookcase, come with me if you want, went to the one who's not interested in this at all.
Yeah, literally anyone else.
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna look up now that he's done cooking.
Cool.
Flux, are you doing okay there?
How bad is this energy towards me, Eric?
How bad? No, it's fine. As you approach the bookshelf, you notice, since you now get close to it.
Okay.
Cut that? No. How do I do this? You notice that the barrels are leaking, like different colored fluids from these barrels, just like a drip. These 3 different colors.
Do I know what these fluids are?
They're of an inky substance. Give me an Arcana check.
14.
14.
Yeah.
You gather that it's liquefied residuum,
Whoa.
which when
What?
when heated up is a base element of Eberjon.
Oh my god.
And all 3 of these are the... Okay.
3 different colors, 3 different types.
Got it. Ooh, I don't know what to do here.
Well, take a moment. Other people can jump in. We're all in this together.
This might actually say daily few.
Oh my
And
god, he's still looking.
You could maybe you should take some of this daily. A few is often 3, so 1 of each color daily, and maybe you'll do something. Maybe you'll transform.
Yeah, he did transform.
But more.
Is it safe to touch? Flux, that was directed at
Oh,
you.
sorry. I have no idea. I would like to... Do I have any vials?
Yeah, you could probably grab some vials.
I would like to like collect this liquid that's dripping.
Yeah, you're able to a small little vial, like 1 ounce vials. You can grab 3 ounces of it.
Okay. And is there anything else that I noticed with these barrels?
They're full.
They're just full? Okay.
They're like 3/4 full.
So am I safe to assume this is just Eberjon in liquid form? In all of these barrels?
No, it's like it's been distilled to a purity that's like the Eberjon chaos energy is a little innate, and it's kind of purified.
Oh.
Residuum something commonly known at this time?
You guys would all know residuum is kind of like a base magical element. It's like distillized magic. It's like if magic was matter, it would show up as residuum.
Kirsten knows what it is. I just wanted to make sure character-wise.
Yeah, I think you guys would all have heard about it.
Okay. I'd say something like, that stuff can do crazy things. I was like, best be careful of it.
I imagine to Iris that this flowing energy is the most brightly colored thing to her right now. She can see that it matches the floor. She desperately wants to touch it. And I think she would. She's going to pocket the book. She'll hold on to the book. She'll put it with yellow in the baby Bjorn.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to walk up next to Flux.
Yeah.
And she's going to touch.
I'm gonna give you my pot. I'm gonna see what you're doing and give you my pot.
Pot?
Yes, it is just a cooking pot.
I'm gonna try and stop her.
I'm going to reach out and touch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna just for quickness here. As you reach out and touch it, hits your hand to no issue. You gather that when it hits your hand, the purity is such that it is it's inert. That this is like stable residuum because it's been distilled down so much. Whereas like Eberjon is like the most raw form. This is almost like the purest form that could be handled by people.
Then would it still be magical? Would it still have use if I can touch it just fine?
Yep. Oh yeah, you gather that it's magic, but it's not like gonna react on a whim.
Okay, the wall is also magical too, behind this thing.
I mean, the last wall or the bookcase was an illusion. Did anyone try putting their hand through the wall?
So the wall is actually divination this time.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm still gonna try and touch it.
I don't know what that means.
Well, there's a bunch of crates in the way. I mean, you just can see the faint vibe of divination magic coming through the crates.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know what that means? Gut?
No, not super well trained in all kinds of magic.
Believe in the higher powers?
Eh. When it suits.
That's fair. I think most people are like that.
I'm gonna try gathering some of the red in my pot and pouring it on the L. On the floor.
As you do, I need to back up a bit. Just a retcon. The circle on the floor is conjuration magic. Just to, as you pour the red on the L,
Guys, immediately.
it starts to drain to the circle in the middle, and it starts to glow a bit.
Ooh. I'm gonna point this out to the rest of the group. Should I keep going?
I would love to get back to the Fae.
Pardon me?
What'd you say?
Oh, I would love to get back to the Fae. I'd also love to see what this is on this wall. That's all.
I mean, I gotta say, it seems like we're not gonna be getting a message to Grandma Bean.
Not at all.
Grandma Bean had the message all along.
I think you're right. Okay, so I'm gonna pour the blue on the W, and then subsequently the green on the A.
As you pour the 3, I need everybody that's in the room to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Awesome. Ooh.
19.
15 or higher.
Yeah.
15.
15.
7.
Oh, I killed him.
Flux, you are blinded as the room lights up with a very bright white light as the three colors start to mingle and merge. As it does, you start to see that circle start to shimmer, glow, and almost like in the space, something start to take form. A rectangular curved object starting to pour out with one length. You see almost like it like melding, like matter out of nothing starts to appear, conjuring in front of you. As the light starts to dissipate and lays down, you see what looks like, for lack of a better word, a keytar.
Oh, what's
Say
a
that again?
guitar?
A
A
keytar.
guitar?
A
Amazing.
keytar?
Whoa.
Like a keytar?
Yes.
Yeah, like a guitar.
We're just gonna keep saying that.
Yeah. Why don't we say it in different pitches to see if we understand better? Amazing. And
That's
it's
what's
just sitting
so
there.
much magic for nothing.
I'm pretty sure this is the best outcome.
Wait. Can anybody play that?
Is it magical? Is my detect magic still up that I can see?
Oh yeah.
It's like super magical.
Is Bill and Ted just gonna like appear out of nowhere? And are we like
Sorry, what was that, Shawn?
Bill and Ted? Never mind. No one got that. Okay.
No, I got you.
I didn't hear you.
Bill and Ted, yeah.
I'm blinded then, right? I can't
Yes.
really. I was gonna say I'm fucking okay.
What is this?
Sorry, and as a warforged, like I can still get blinded. I'm just curious. Okay.
Yeah. You're not a mute. You're not a god.
Ocular overload.
Oh, can I ask for the extra eye? Never mind.
Sure, but I'd have to pull yours out.
Oh, I'm fine.
You didn't want me playing around with the parts last time.
I want the keytar so bad. Oh yeah, it's happening. It's what she would do. I'm gonna use some of my outfit to try and grab the strap of it.
Sure. As you grab it, please make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Curse.
Wait. As I see her grabbing it, could I cast guidance?
Yeah.
Nice.
Guidance
What is
is
like?
a
I don't remember what
save.
guidance gives me.
I don't know that.
What
Guidance is ability checks.
ability checks. Oh yeah,
Well,
resistance
guidance
is
is
saving
just
throws.
ability checks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
Should
regular.
cast bardic inspiration on myself.
No, you can't.
I know.
Yeah, I wouldn't know it's a save. I just know she's grabbing something super magical, so I would try and help.
I don't know why I'm not using my real dice. It's a 2.
Cool.
Describe my death. I won't.
As you grab it, everybody sees you fine,
Not me.
except for Flux.
Sorry.
I'm not bitter, you're bitter.
And me only barely.
Oh yeah.
I think I will message you separately after
Great.
the session what happens from that. Not to take away from what else is happening in this room, but she seems fine for now.
Throw it on my back.
I
Wear the strap across.
I found something earlier. Do you think you can play it? And I just hand over the notes with the 4 lines of music scrawled into it, and the 5/13 time signature.
I'm gonna play it on the lute. I was like, well, I know this one way better, so I'll give it a shot on the
The
lute.
broken lute.
No, sorry, not the broken lute. I had something else from before. No. I have more instruments. Oh, I have the instrument of illusion. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to play it on my hand drum, which I also have.
Okay.
Laden with instruments.
How many instruments?
It sounds like every drum circle ever.
It's fun though. Like if you guys got in and like did percussion on the like barrels, we could have a really good time here.
Gut just kind of like taps the cooking pot, but it's like totally out of rhythm.
Does
And-
it mean anything? Like, does it spell like anything? The note?
Does it spell anything?
Like, can you
Yeah,
read?
aren't those letters?
Oh, can I read it?
Yeah, you can read him, but it's not a complete phrase of music.
Okay.
Because it's like a torn page. You get the first
But-
3 keys, which are, if I'm not mistaken. Well, let me 1 second for consistency here. D. Wait. A B C E A D E A. Yeah, E A D.
Okay.
EAD. That's it.
Yeah, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's not like a whole thing. It's just kind of like, some random notes, but if I had the rest of it, I could tell you. So like Dia or Addie or Ida. Cool names.
Play that well.
All right, would you take back the music thing or do you want me to keep it? I
Yours.
keep it if you don't ask for it back, so great.
All right.
What are you doing?
Edith is still very interested in what's on the walls in divination, and
Yeah.
is going to turn over to Flux, who is standing stock still or like
Your vision
thrashing
comes to
around, or
your vision returns after a minute.
can you help me move these barrels? And by help me, I mean do it for me, please.
Absolutely. As I shake my eyes free, I'm like, sure, and I take my battle or warhammer and I just
Not the barrels full of residuum.
no, not those
The
ones,
other
the
ones.
other barrels, the shitty barrels, and I smash them.
Okay. Yeah, you break
Just
through
all
as you break through those barrels.
Mangoes everywhere.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah! The truffles.
Let's just make sure I didn't miss anything here. Yeah, you smash into the crates labeled dynamite, and TVK no. Yeah, you break through the boxes. They are filled with food. It's like mostly food. You actually find a small pouch of truffle oil. So not full truffles, but you do find a little jar. But with the hammer, you smash through it, and it shatters across the floor.
No.
But as you, what else is in here? Let me just 1 second. There's also clothes in some of the boxes, like just warm clothes for the winter. You do find a spice rack with a bunch of spices, as well as a small pouch that's Grandma Bean's portable spice pouch.
Got.
Yeah.
This seems like something you'd like.
He like kind of sniffs the air, says thanks, reaches up and grabs it.
Okay. And revealing the way after all the boxes are destroyed by Flux is scribbled on the wall 4 lines and symbols.
The time signature.
4/15.
4 4.
Oh, we're missing an. You know.
Callista?
Hello. Sorry, I was not paying attention. So
Thank you, Flux, for helping. I feel like your new instrument might be worth playing here.
I mean, I haven't practiced it ever before, but I'll give it a shot. So I try and play it on the guitar. Because what else could go wrong?
Nothing.
Now, do you know music enough to tell me what that song says?
As Kirsten? No.
No.
Someone else?
BGGE BG.
For reference, this is A.
Just out of character, is this a Zelda song or is this an actual song?
That was my first thought too.
I swear if it's
Sean.
Song of
Just
Fire,
'cause I'm like-
I will
Yeah, it's
rage.
probably Zelda.
This kind of looks really similar to something. It's the
Is it Saria's song? No.
no, it's the Gerudo song or not Gerudo. Yeah, Gerudo, isn't it?
No, you're on the right track though.
Yeah, tap out.
Oh, is
You
this
guys
the
figure it out.
is this the windmill one?
Nope.
No.
So Callista, as you play the song in slow, you hear do 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 do. As you kind of work on it, your guitar starts to tremble with magic, and that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Ah!
Amazing.
Ugh.
Is it the Song of Time?
Nope. You all
I thought it was
I haven't
actual
played this in
music.
so long.
You all assume it's Zelda. It is actual music.
I
Nocturne
started.
of Shadows.
Yes, that's right. I chose a bard. Cannot read music.
Nocturne of Shadows. You got it.
Nice. How'd you guess that?
Skill.
Googled it.
I've watched my brother play a lot of Zelda.
Which is that from Ocarina?
Yeah. So we will leave it there.